G'day gang, GameolioDan here. How you going? We're back in the Elder Scrolls Online in the Elsweyr. And we were on our way to our main quest when we saw Necromancer in here. See what she's got for us.
Heading to Syrindar's cradle? I hope you brought your own water skin. Or you could buy one off me. My rates are reasonable, given the drought.
What's wrong with the adaptorium?
Water, or rather the lack of it. Something stopped the flow from the aqueduct to Syrindar's cradle. I've been hauling water for them in the meantime, but they can't keep this up forever.
What's the problem at the aqueduct?
Don't know. Old stones, old gates and levers. Who can say for sure? I overheard the adepts discussing the trouble. A young one, Vazbi, seems keen to solve the issue. If you want to know more, she's the person to ask.
Alright, I'll find Vazbi and learn more about the water problem at Syrindar's cradle. That's what I'll do. We're doing it. Talk to Vazbi. So we got the Rimmon Necropolis, a public dungeon over here, which I wouldn't mind checking out. Wonder how difficult that will be, whether I can do it solo or not. Sigic portal. Yes. Yeah, I'll take that. Undertaker's helm, nice. It's a nice little upgrade for us. Got 2 pieces of the Undertaker set again. Alright, so this is the aqueduct.
We must do something about the water, Syllajo. If you would just...
No adept can face the wastes alone, child. This one insists you stay.
Vazbi.
Vazbi cannot understand. Only puddles remain in the adaptorium cisterns, but still Syllajo forbids this one to act.
I heard there's a problem with the adaptorium's water supply.
Our adaptorium, Syrindar's cradle, is parched by a drought. We rely on the Anequina aqueduct to supply our water, but something halted the flow. Now adepts and pilgrims go thirsty. We tend to the sick here. Without water, many of them may die.
Do you have any idea what halted the flow?
No, and we never will if Syllajo gets his way. He yowls about the risks, but Vhazbi is not the saucer-eyed kitten she was when Syllajo found her. This one must fix this. You're a warrior, yes? Would you escort Vhazbi to investigate the aqueduct?
Well, I'm actually a dragon knight, but yes, I'll help you investigate and return the flow of water to Syrindar's cradle.
Thank you for helping, Rook. We should investigate the nearest gate of the aqueduct, just south of here. Srendar willing, we will find whatever blocks the water there. Vhazbi will meet you soon. This one must speak to Syllajo before she leaves.
Okay. Am I going to hear that? No. Let me talk to Syllajo.
Syllajo has misgivings. Many misgivings about letting young Vazbi investigate the aqueduct. The spirits sing of your strength. This one finds some peace in that, at least. Please, just keep a close eye on her. Vazbi is precious to Syllajo.
Okay, I will, dude. Not a problem. Let's go and meet her over there. I'm going to the first gate. I want to get...
I found it. We should examine the gate at the top of the ramp.
I actually want to get up there sometime. If that's possible. Oh, well, now we got a lot of CHE lines here. That's enough out of you lions. Anything to say, Vazbi? No, I'll just have a look at this.
Open and dry, as expected. Hopefully we'll find the blockage at the second gate. Vazbi hopes we can find the problem soon. Otherwise we may have to investigate the Bandar Span.
What's the Bandar Span?
A portion of the aqueduct that runs through Bandar's litter. A canyon to the east of the Adeptorium. Syllajo forbids us to go there, ever since this one was a Khajiiti.
Why is it forbidden?
Vazbi does not know. She has, at times, heard whispers from the older adepts. Something about the Nahatan flu. This one asked Syllajo outright about the place years ago. He only shook his head and said it was far, far from Srenda's light.
Alright, I'll head to the second gate.
Vazbi will be right behind you, but be careful, Walker. Syllajo can be overprotective, but he would not resort to lies to hold us back. The dangers of the wastes are real, as you know. Truly, I hate to worry him, but Vazbi must do this.
It's okay, we'll do it. We'll get it done. A lot of lions around here, a lot of lions. Lions and an ogre.
Got you! Got you! Vazbi is a quick study, yes? Let's examine this new gate.
Vazbi also has two people within her. Is Vazbi possessed? Possibly?
Try. Zispo. Wait, what is this? Curious.
Torn habit. An old weathered adept's habit. The pattern and stitching strongly resemble that of the Serenda's cradle adepts.
This scrap of cloth. Vazbi knows it well. It is part of a Srendar adept's habit. One of the old ones we don't wear anymore. Could an adept have been out here?
Who would wear a habit like that?
Vazbi does not think anyone wore it. The way it is torn, it looks like someone used it to dress a wound. Do you see the stains? This one smells blood too. A warning, perhaps. Or a clue.
You think the person who dropped this is responsible for the water shortage?
Maybe. Vazbi is no investigator. But finding something like this near the gate feels like a sign. We should find the person, if only to make sure they are not badly hurt, yes?
How do you propose we find them?
We could start by searching around the columns that hold the aqueduct up. Someone gravely injured may have rested in the structure's shadow. No time to waste, Walker. Let's go.
You're sure that no one at Serenda's cradle wears a habit like this?
Certain. After the worst of the Nahatan flu had passed, Syllajo and the others burned every scrap of cloth touched by the illness. Quilts, linens, and yes, even their habits. Nothing remained of them, aside from paintings in the cloisters.
Well, they must not have burned everything.
It appears that way, yes. Come, whoever this belonged to may need our help.
Let's go. Barry was kind of becoming one with her at the... for a while there. Oh, here we go. It's right here. A bloody habit. The seal of Serenda's stitched to this ragged shred of cloth is covered with dry blood, likely from a seeping wound.
Another shred of a habit? The blood seems more spotty. From a sword, maybe. Let's keep looking.
Yeah, but there's an ogre over there. And I want to fight it. Fight it for that 6 gold. Withered cameo. This old cameo depicts a female Khajiiti. The face is lightly worn, probably from being clutched and polished often.
The blood trail goes cold, yes? But what is that? A cameo? The face looks... This was not dropped by accident, Walker. There must be more to find.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Here we go. A thirst for virtue composed by a friend. Sweet Srenda's cradle. No soup in the ladle, no water for piping hot tea. The puddles are shrinking, the spirits are sinking. Where went the spirits' mercy? No tears were they crying for those who lay dying when water flowed free as the breeze. Only one deserves quarter, and that will reward her. The sweet cat who survived the disease.
This is a nursery rhyme, isn't it? Like the one Vazbi read every night as a kitten. Srendar's mercy. Please hurry, Walker.
Find the injured stranger. Oh, where is he? Oh, he's right here. A fraying cloth, once brightly coloured and embroidered with protective charms.
Swaddle cloth? Vazbi recognizes that pattern. Come, let's keep looking, come!
Scarred coin. A small disc of polished iron. Whatever was engraved on its surface has been scratched off.
And we find a death coin lost, of course. Something that gleams to take to the sands behind the stars. We should talk. The bloody bandages, the cameo, and swaddle cloth. All these trinkets and mementos lead to a forbidden place. Bandar's litter. Vazbi has not been totally honest with you, Walker. This one has a very personal stake in this business.
Yeah, you seem to recognize all those items. What haven't you told me?
The drought. It's because of me. That is why Vazbi insisted on being the one to investigate. Every year, on this one's birthday, someone leaves a gift outside the cloisters. Gifts like the nursery rhyme, coin, and cameo we found, you see?
So this gift giver left a trail to lead us here? Why do you think it's related to the drought?
Days after the aqueduct ran dry, the gift giver left a jug of cold, fresh water outside this one's door. It was a message, you see, for Vazbi. Now we find these dressings and keepsakes, all leading to Bandar's litter. Our answers are there.
Fair enough. You said this place is forbidden. Why?
Old ghosts haunt this place. Angry spirits that moan and howl curses in the night. Syllajo always insisted we stay away. I hate to disobey him, but we have no choice. The last sluice gate and the person we pursue are both inside. Are you prepared?
Yes, let's get moving. And avoid those freaky harpies. I hate harpies. Oh, I can't avoid these ones. What happened there? We kind of flew over the top of them. It's alright, Badger, I'll avenge you. Unless I was the one that killed you. But, either way. Enough out of you! Got runestones to collect. Some more up ahead. Find the injured stranger, yes. See if I can ride past. Oh, there he is. Injured stranger, wait up! Oh, Harpy City around here. We're getting led into a trap. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's quick. Oh, and there's always buddies up top.
Where's Vhazbi, beloved child? Finally, you have come home at last.
Beloved, what? I don't... We only want to restore the water.
Water? No, no, no. You come for answers, child. Answers from ashes. Take her to our camp at the Bandar Gate. Kill the other and cleanse him in flame. The scouring fire will claim Sarindar's cradle soon enough.
Really? Oh, you want to do this? Okay. We got more lunatics coming in. Jeez, they keep coming. Whoops. Just killed a whole bunch of them and then straight to cooking. That's how I roll. Find Vhazbi. Gotta go up top.
Quickly! Over here!
Syllajo.
Syllajo saw everything. We must save Vhazbi. Quickly, please!
Syllajo, what are you doing here?
I may not be Vhazbi's father, but I feel a father's love for her. What parent would let their child wander the Kaj with a stranger? Syllajo followed at a distance, but could not stop Vhazbi in time. The stricken cats took her deeper into the canyon.
The leader called Vhazbi by name and urged his people to burn Sarindar's cradle. Why?
The flu. Time heals some wounds and causes others to fester. Sometimes even the greatest healer cannot see all ends. Forgive me. Syllajo is an old cat. He rambles. We must go to the Bandar Gate to halt the flames and save my Vhazbi.
Alright, let's go save Vhazbi.
There is a cavern deep within the litter. If memory serves, it ascends to the Bandar Gate. We will find the aqueduct blockage and Vhazbi there. Come, we must hurry.
Keep going, pal. Keep going! See if we can sneak past that guy. No, we're not going to be able to sneak past that guy. Here's the gate. Syllajo inside, or Syllajo's coming up? Got no stamina. They all running away. Where's Syllajo? There, I ran too fast. Oh, they keep coming. I gotta get out there again, though. Yeah, they're still coming. Okay, so do I go? I guess I gotta go back. Alright. Oh, here he is. Alright, Syllajo. Where were you,
Before
mate?
we go further, we must speak.
What is it?
The Bandar Gate lies beyond that door. The Stricken's leader as well. Vazbi's true father. His love and sorrow has turned to hatred for me. Syllajo has no illusions. Death waits for this one through this passage, for the actions of his past.
Do you really believe that?
Syllajo does not fear this death, if it will save Vazbi. Before it happens, though, this one must ask. You now know the story of Srendar's cradle, of the sick left to die. When this one is gone, Vazbi will have questions. What will you tell her?
You had an impossible decision to make. You don't deserve to be judged for it.
Syllajo thanks you, Walker. Choosing who lives and who dies weighs on the soul, but as a healer and a leader, I must make hard decisions. If Syllajo had to do it all over again, he would make the same choice. Now come. Vazbi waits.
Let's go. Right, I've got some stricken lunatics again. Let's do this.
You are unharmed, yes?
No. My daughter is no longer yours to corrupt, Andy.
Oh, we got more popping out. I'm just gonna start running. Oh, it's still coming. Hopefully that's it. Vazbi.
Syllajo, no! This is my fault. Srendar, forgive me.
Is he alive?
He breathes, but faintly. Vazbi will take him back to the cradle. My hands won't stop shaking. The Stricken's leader, Hulzar, wields horrible magic. He told me that the adepts took me from him, that they stole everything from him. He said
He said that he's your father?
Yes. He said he left me gifts so that I would not forget him. But seeing me grow closer to Syllajo, closer to the Order, twisted his tail to the breaking point. He lured Vazbi here to Banda's litter. Now he plans to burn the Adeptorium.
We must stop him.
Please, Walker. If there is any way to spare Hulzar, have mercy. Vazbi knows he is mad, but to lose two fathers at once. Srendar, help me. This one is so lost. Moons. Why did Syllajo come here? He must have known the Stricken would kill him.
He did it to save you.
This one only needed saving because she disobeyed Syllajo. He came here because of Vazbi. He dies because of Vazbi.
Syllajo told me that he was ready for this. It's his penance for something he did a long time ago.
This one knows. Hulza told me about how he and his wife, my mother, came to the cradle with a tiny Vazbi in their arms. He described the long march to Bandar's litter and the cold, moonless nights that followed. More suffering on my account.
How could that be your fault? You can't take the blame for everything.
How could it not be Vazbi's fault? Had Hulza's wife not carried Vazbi in her womb, they never would have come to Srendar's cradle. Had Vazbi not sought to restore the water, Syllajo would live. Please, just find Hulzar. Vazbi must work.
Kill Hulzar? Hulzar.
Think you could keep me from my vengeance? Come thee. I need... Vhazbi. I'm sorry.
Open the gate. Oh, the way the lights streamed through there. For a second I thought that was a sky shot. The waters flow. That castle guard showed up real briefly, like. Oh, castle? I mean, it looked like a tower. Maybe it was referring to the cradle. I don't know, it was really strange.
You return. Good. Vazbi already loses too much today. Syllajo did not... Vazbi could not... He is gone. His soul wanders the sands behind the stars now.
I'm sorry.
The other adepts mourn for him as Vazbi does. But they do not know the truth of his death, or the cost of the water you restored. But you know. Vazbi knows. And it may be too much for her to bear.
What do you mean?
Vazbi loved this place. She idolized Syllajo and the other healers. She prayed to Srendar for the strength and wisdom to serve as well as those who came before. But Srendar's cradle is a lie. My dream is a lie. What is Vazbi to do now?
What do you mean Srendar's cradle is a lie?
The people of Elsweyr think that the adepts of the cradle worked miracles to stave off the flu. Now I see that they only hid the sick in the wilderness to let them die. How can this one just ignore that? How can I dedicate my life to such a place?
Stay. Your dream of being a healer still means something. History can't change that.
Yes, this one will stay. But I will not lie about what happened here. Syllajo made an impossible choice, but the people deserve to hear the truth. Thank you, Walker. We only just met, but you are the closest thing to family that Vazbi has left. Brothers, sisters, Vazbi must speak about Syllajo's passing. Before he passed, this one learned the truth of the stricken. Of the role we healers played in their suffering. No longer. In Srendar's name, we must go to Bandar's litter. We must help the stricken, and we must try to heal this age-old wound, for their sake and for ours. Vazbi has much to do. At the very least, I must find the names of the 6 guard we left to die in Bandar's litter. If any of their kin remain, they should know what happened here. I always have a moment for you, though.
Do you have any other plans?
Other than researching this business of the stricken? Well, there are linens to clean and tinctures to make and... Oh, who am I kidding? We all need time to mourn. The loss of Syllajo. It's like the heart being ripped from the body.
I'm sorry.
I know. Thank you. Afterward, yes. Research and making amends, I think. Many of the stricken remain in Bandar's litter. Vhazbi does not know if supplies and shelter will soothe their anger, but we must try to make them whole again.
I wish you luck with that.
Vhazbi thanks you, friend, for everything.